Hey guys, there's a lot of good stories here on dailysilverupdate.com today for you guys to read about, and the one this video is going to be centered on is data supports QE tapering, US GDP expands, jobless claims shrink, and gold and silver prices fall. But before I get to that, I'll just show you guys what else we have here. We have an article on Congress warned US debt ceiling looms, some silver chart technical and fundamental analysis with price targets, some news on Syria, something by Jim Rogers, and some old news about how gold was rising on safe haven demand over Syria. Fed QE debate continues. And one more before that, U.S. housing weakens, gold and silver gain. Will the Fed taper in September? So basically, let's just go back here to August 27th, so 2 days ago. We were having some bad US housing market data, and that was hinting at the fact that maybe Ben Bernanke and the Federal Reserve was not going to taper QE in September due to the weak US this week economic data. However, now we're getting some reports about some strong US economic data such as GDP expanding and jobless claims shrinking. So gold and silver prices retreated today on better than expected US economic data, which reinforced the case for the Federal Reserve to slow stimulus measures. So even though we had some bad housing data last week, GDP and jobless claims are actually coming in showing in sort of a strengthening economy. So this is going to have this is more data that supports a tapering of QE in September. And the minutes of the FOMC policy meeting in July, which were just released just over a week ago on August 21st, said central bankers were broadly comfortable with Ben Bernanke's plan to start reducing bond buying later this year if the economy improves. So as we all know, the number that he was hinting at, the one piece of data that was going to allow him to start tapering back on QE, was unemployment. So the unemployment numbers are definitely going to be what we need to keep an eye out for if we really want to know whether or not he's going to taper QE. So finally, there's a lot of talk lately that gold and silver are off to the races. The bottom is in 1850. Right now, we're just going to continue going up. But honestly, this is all hinging on whether or not quantitative easing gets tapered. So if they come out and taper, it's going to have definitely a negative effect on the metals. If they come out and say it's not time to taper, then you can definitely expect this rally to continue. That's honestly just an expectation, though. I'm not saying it's going to actually happen if that's the scenario, but that's what most likely will occur. And finally, this recent move here is a lot to do with the geopolitical events that are happening in Syria right now. The oil prices are also rising very quickly, so you can see gold and oil are moving together right now. How long this is going to last, who knows? Other factors could come into the market to change sort of how gold and silver are reacting to all of these different indicators. So keep an eye out for the unemployment numbers. Keep an eye out for any indication that the Federal Reserve will not taper QE or that they will taper QE. And that's basically what these small updates that I'm doing are all about. It's just to get you guys thinking about the possibility of them actually tapering back QE and seeing another large down move in the price of gold and silver.